Imagine driving down a snowy road late at night, your car suddenly crashes and you vanish. No clues, no answers, just gone. This is the chilling case of Maura Murray, and today we're diving into one of the most baffling disappearances in U.S. history. What really happened to her that night? In the early morning hours of February 9, 2004, at around 3:22 a.m., 21-year-old Maura Murray submitted a homework assignment via email. At the time, she was a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. After submitting her assignment, Maura spent some time searching online for directions to Vermont, continuing until about 4 a.m. Later that day, around 1:20 p.m., while exchanging phone calls with her boyfriend, Maura emailed her professor, claiming there had been a death in the family and that she'd be out of town for a few days. However, this wasn't true. She also made calls to an information hotline in Stowe, Vermont, and to a condo in Bartlett, New Hampshire, both places she had visited before. She packed up clothing, textbooks, toiletries, and workout gear, and around 3:30 p.m. left the UMass campus in her 1996 black Saturn sedan. At 3:40 p.m., Maura withdrew $280 from an ATM and then stopped by a liquor store. She spent about $40 on alcohol, purchasing vodka, Kahlua, Bailey's Irish Cream, and a box of wine, and also returned 79 empty cans for a few dollars. CCTV footage shows that Maura was alone during all of these transactions. She also picked up accident forms to submit to her insurance company for a crash she'd had on February 7th while driving her father's car. At 4:37 p.m., Maura checked her voicemail. This was the last recorded use of her cell phone. Later, around 7:30 p.m. in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a woman called 911 to report a car accident outside her home on Route 112. The vehicle was Maura's black Saturn, which was found off the road and facing the wrong direction. A passing school bus driver stopped and spoke with the driver, who was Maura. He offered to help, but she declined, saying she had already called AAA. The bus driver knew this wasn't true, as there was no cell phone service in that area. She allegedly asked him not to call the police. The bus driver, after returning home, made a second 911 call around 7:43 p.m. to report the accident again. At 7:46 p.m., a Haverhill police officer arrived at the scene. Maura's car had hit a tree on the opposite side of the road, with damage to the driver's side headlight. The impact left the car undrivable. The car doors were locked, and some of Maura's belongings were still inside, but Maura herself was nowhere to be found. Also missing were her cell phone, wallet, Idaho, and credit cards. As of 2024, none of these items have been recovered, and Maura Murray remains missing. Julie Murray, Maura's sister, recalled, "At the time of Maura's disappearance, I was stationed at a new duty post in North Carolina, hundreds of miles away. We were clueless about what to do. We were panicked. No one knew why she was in New Hampshire. She had just started school at UMass. It was a Monday night in February. There was no reason for her to be in New Hampshire. She hadn't told anyone. When we found out the next day, on Tuesday, February 10th, it was complete chaos. No one had any idea what was going on. We didn't know what to do. We were calling everyone, trying to figure things out. It was just mayhem." Over 2 decades later, her disappearance remains one of the most haunting unsolved cases in the United States, sparking endless debate and speculation. How could someone vanish so completely, leaving nothing behind but questions? Maura Murray's disappearance is still one of the biggest mysteries in true crime. No one knows if she ran away, got lost, or if something bad happened to her. There are no clear answers, and her case still makes people wonder what happened that night. If you found this story interesting, please like the video, subscribe, and share what you think in the comments.